Hello there, I am Tigster2005 of the Prequelgang, and welcome to another episode of Tigster Talks, the show where I talk about stuff by myself. So, recently, by recently I mean what was it, 2 days ago, I watched Captain America the First Avenger, the MCU's very first prequel. So yeah, this is a prequel. This takes place during World War II, where the previous movies took place in, modern day, pretty much. Yeah, so this video has major spoilers for the movies that I've watched, including the one I'm talking about. So if you haven't watched them, go ahead and do that because spoilers are spoilers. If you don't like that, then leave and come back later. Yeah, so Captain America, the First Avenger. Um, I'm not really sure why they decided to put the First Avenger in the title. Like, I get what that means, because, the Avengers team, there's a whole bunch of them, but, Captain America was technically the first one, because, that happened the earliest in the story, but still, I feel like just calling the film Captain America would have been fine. Then again, why did they call it The Incredible Hulk and not just Hulk? I don't know. But whatever, so Captain America, uh, this guy named Steve Rogers, he wants to join the US military, and he keeps getting rejected until one person finds him and basically sends him to this training thing, and then basically they selected one person who ended up being Steve Rogers to basically have a whole bunch of this thing injected into them, and Steve Rogers basically he gets stuff injected into him, right? And Howard Stark is there, Tony Stark's father, so that's a nice nod to the Iron Man movies. So yeah, Howard Stark is there, and then Steve Rogers basically becomes a much bigger, stronger version of himself. And then basically World War II happens, and he's kind of like the mascot of this program. It's like basically they did this thing where the U.S. citizens could buy, I forgot what it's called, but basically it's they donate money so that the soldiers that fought in World War II could have more weapons and stuff, and basically just help them win the war. Because this is basically a World War II movie with Marvel stuff built into it. I guess that's a good way to say that. And meanwhile, on the other side, on the German side of the war, there's this guy named Kenny. Cut this long pause out. I'm gonna look up what the character's name was. Johann Schmidt. That's what his name was. Yeah, I don't know how I managed to forget that, but I guess he just wasn't very present in the movie. Basically, he had this group of people who were following him, worshiping him. They were called Hydra, and yeah, that's about it. They had this blue cube thing. Not really sure what that was about, but I don't know. I think that was supposed to be a source of power. I think that was the same thing that we saw in the post-credit scene of Thor, but I could be wrong about that. And yeah, actually, at the end of the movie of Captain America: First Avenger, Schmidt was it seemed like he was uh like he was teleported to a different realm. It seemed that's kind of what it looked like. I he was that's what it looked like. So maybe that had something to do with it. But yeah, honestly, overall, I feel like a lot of this movie is just kind of forgettable, because honestly, I enjoyed watching it, but after a while, it was basically just action scene after action scene, and not a lot of story stuff. There's a lot of story stuff in the beginning, with Steve Rogers becoming Captain America, and the part where he rescues a whole bunch of U.S. soldiers who were captured by the German forces. They were that scene was great, and then there was a sort of montage sequence of some things that happened. I feel like those could have been expanded a little bit, but then yeah, I don't know. This movie was just kind of okay. I don't know. I really don't have much to say about it. All I can say is that it was good. I liked it. I mean, I could say the same thing about, like, The Incredible Hulk, but at least then, for that movie, I actually had some things to say about it. But here, like, okay, cool. Howard Stark, it's the nod to the Iron Man films, cool. And then at the end of the movie, Steve falls asleep for 70 years. Like, he was in like an airplane, he was flying towards the US, and then he like landed in some ice water thing, and then he woke up and it was 70 years later, and I'm like, okay, how did that happen? I mean, maybe the ice there was like it froze him, and like 70 years passed, or maybe that blue cube had something to do with it. I don't know. Or maybe it was the thing that they injected into him combined with all those things. The point is, he's in present day now, so I guess we'll see him in the Avengers, which is the next movie. And speaking of the Avengers, the post-credit scene for Captain America: The First Avenger, it's literally just a trailer for the Avengers. It's like May 2012th, the Avengers, and then some stuff happens. We see Thor, we see Iron Man, we see some other things. But yeah, the Avengers is next. I hear that's a really good movie. So I'll watch the Avengers when I watch the Avengers, and then after I watch the Avengers, I'll make a video talking about my experience watching the Avengers. So yeah, we got introduced to 4 superheroes, and so I guess now in the next movie we'll see those 4 superheroes working together, because I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about this, but from what I hear, the Avengers is supposed to be like a collaborative effort between the 4 superheroes that were introduced in the other Phase 1 movies. So yeah, I'll watch that when I watch that. So okay, another 8-minute ramble. That's cool, I guess. Yeah, so like and subscribe if you enjoyed, hit the bell, follow us on Instagram and Twitch, and join our Discord server if you want. Although I'm not sure if you really should, because honestly a lot of mayhem goes on there, but like, I guess you can if you want to.